Good morning, everybody. My name is Logan, and I'll be introducing Mr. Marlon Moore. Mr. Marlon Moore is a man of honor and loyalty. He owns one step at a time, and he's also a bank. He has a master in psychology from Virginia State in Hyattsville, Maryland, Cleveland, Ohio. He has a wife and 2 kids, 2 sisters, and a brother. I present to you Mr. Marlon Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. First of all, let me just thank the young men that I had the fortunate pleasure to work with this morning in our first few sessions. I also want to welcome the new, I'm going to call you the new blood in today's room for the second half of our sessions. So this will actually be my last time with you all this morning. So let me publicly again thank Mr. Kelly, Ms. Arundel for inviting me to participate. I want to thank Ms. Goldsmith, Marva, if I can so affectionately call her. She really gave you gentlemen some phenomenal nuggets. Things that you probably won't totally understand now. Hopefully you do, but you'll learn that they'll come into play later on in life. So I'm looking forward to going back to Ohio for those young men who are new in the room. My name's Marlon Moore, flew in from Cleveland, Ohio to participate with you all. And I look forward, quite honestly, in going back to share with my folks back in Cleveland about the wonderful experience I had with you all today. So check it out. I know I don't have a whole lot of time, right? And I was wondering, okay, it's after lunch. I know half of y'all tired. Attention is going here, there, and other places. And we have a mixed group. So the challenge is, you know, I got some kids, some young men getting ready to go off to high school, go off to college, and some gentlemen that are just getting ready to finish up junior high, maybe go to high school. So I'm just going to ask a couple simple questions. I'm going to cover a couple simple slides, shake it up a little bit, make you work a little bit, and then I'm going to get out of your hair, all right? How many people have ever touched a dollar? A dollar bill, a dollar bill, a dollar bill. How many people have ever had $50? Have $50 before? Okay, keep your hands up. I got to see high. $50. That's just about everybody. If you didn't, so be it. If you did, you did. If you don't, you don't. How many people still had that $50? Okay. All right. So, next slide. What we're going to do today is cover a couple of quick things. We're going to talk about tools and behavior to promote financial independence. We'll talk about some key terms and definitions that I want you gentlemen to walk away with. Help you understand the difference, which you probably already do, between needs and wants. And then we're going to create a spend plan, which we're going to do it per table. And we'll see if you can exercise the techniques and disciplines that we'll discuss today before we close out. Is that fair enough? Once we do that, I'm done. Simple enough? So if you give me your full undivided attention, we'll cover these 4 key points and I'm out. That's good? All right, let's go to the next one. Next slide. So terms and definition, income. We all know what that is, right? Yeah. Money we receive, whether we work, whether we have investments, that's money coming in. Pay attention, because you will be quizzed on this later. Income is money coming what? In. All right, next one. A fixed expense. Y'all got that? Yes. What is it? But I didn't say what'd you read. What is it? Give me a fixed expenses that don't change. That's right. Good. Expenses that do not change. That's a fixed expense. Next one. Variable expense. Easy enough, right? Yeah. We got 7th, 8th graders. Yeah. What is it? What grade y'all in back there? 7th through 9th. What's a variable expense?
It's like if your water bill is based on how much water you use, it may change depending on how much you use.
Excellent. It's a cost or expense that may vary or fluctuate or change from month to month. All right. So far, y'all 3 for 3. I'm impressed. A budget, or commonly known as, or also known as a spend plan, is what? Yes, sir.
Process that you use when trying to find out how much money you're going to use.
Okay. Excellent. It's an estimate of income and or expenses. My money coming in and my money going what? Out. Over a period of time. Let me share something with you. We talked earlier about conflict management, right? Then we talked about what? Elevator pitches. We talked about how to eat at the right table. We talked about brand, whether wear your sunglasses, whether to not wear your sunglasses, well, how you can tie a tie. I don't know if I can share anything more important outside of maybe religion, but we won't go there. I don't know if I could share anything more important with you all today than the importance of how you manage your money. I don't care whether you have $100 million or if you have $5. Part of the problem in our community, in diverse communities, is we don't know how to manage money. We're not effective. You know, I told you, for those of you all I had the chance to talk to, I told you I work with business owners. I can't tell you how many business owners who have the greatest idea in the world cannot get a loan from the bank because their credit or their finances are jacked up. Next slide. For example, how many people know that first person? He might be a little too older for her. Who y'all know her? What's his name? Who can do the hammer dance? Did you? So MC Hammer, listen, in 1996, listen, he had assets of over $10 million. He had at least $10 million in debt. His net worth was $33 million. That's how much he was worth. He told Oprah Winfrey it was a result of frivolous spending. Like, seriously. Now, listen. Earlier, I gave examples of how I lived in a fight I got into and almost cost me my life. Unfortunately, I can't tell you about how I had $33 million and blew it. But I can show you some real live examples. Anybody know who the second person is? Okay, y'all good. Did y'all read it or y'all know Nicolas Cage? What a lot of movies, right? Debt and poor financial management knows no race. It knows no gender. Nicolas Cage, he was earning up to $40 million a year. I don't know about $40 million a year is what he was earning. Between 1996 and 11, he earned over $150 million. Let me help you understand something. Whether he's broke, whether he filed for bankruptcy for protection, the point is, he said he had expensive taste. And he does not have that same amount of money today. All right, next slide. We know that first guy, right? We heard his story, right? Listen, you heard his story. The only reason why Allen Iverson is not broke today is because somebody in his camp was smart enough to invest money that, as we all know, he needs today. Mayweather, we all see all this money. We see how it's flashed. Hey, just earn a whole lot of money. But he defaulted, rather, on a $167,000 loan. Here's what I want you all to understand. Whether it's having $100 million or $100, if you don't manage your money, it's going to manage you. Great point. Next slide. So I said, if you don't manage your money, somebody said it over here, it's going to do what? It's going to manage you. What does that mean? Why? Because you're obsessed. If you don't manage your money, it'll manage you. And why is that? So always remember, money is a servant. You are the master. You ever seen $10,000 before? Yes. You ever seen 20,000? 30. 40 grand? Somebody says stack. They come in 10 grand, right? This is how many? 4? All right. Somebody tell me what just happened. Huh? Is everybody about to rob me? You said fake money?
You would have just put it out, man. Let me smell it.
Let you smell it. Hold on. Listen. I said 4 points and I'm out of here. 4 points and I'm out of here. But who's I understand we have 7th through 10th, 11th graders in here. But who's really paid attention to what just happened? Yes. I heard you. Say it back, young man. You, purple shirt with the food in your mouth. Everybody went crazy. A lot of attention. The first part of that is always remember, money is a servant. Whether this is real, whether this is fake, whether it's mine, whether it's yours, gentlemen, you have to understand that this money doesn't control you. It's a piece of paper. Without circulation, it does nothing. Without the proper management, it does nothing for you. It actually destroys you. You are in control of this. Don't ever let this control you. These 4 stacks just tore this room up. Just tore the room up. Oh, it ain't real. That's fake. Let me smell it. Let me touch it. Let me eat it. Let me burn it. Man, you wouldn't have that and just... Why? Now, I would hate to see what would happen if I just start peeling them off and let you have it. Next slide. Let me help you understand something. Let me help you all out here. Shh. Let me help you all understand something. These are props. Okay. Look at it. It's so better. You feel better. Those are props. Okay. Here's something I want you. I want you, and you know what? I purposely did that. Because for some of you all, I just want you to reflect as you go through. Just remember what happened when Mr. Moore showed $40,000 to get our attention. What did we do? Now, to bring it full circle, to bring it home. And when I say you control how you make your money, you control all of this is by positioning yourself in life to earn money, to be able to give back. Money is designed to be earned and then given back. Helping people is giving back. That's where you find passion out of life, not by the amount of money you make. So a couple of things I want you all to understand as you move forward. Understand your needs versus your wants. Okay? Some people's needs are another person's wants. You saw that video yesterday. I've gone to the thrift store to buy some shoes. Okay? I'm not ashamed to say it. There's nothing wrong with it. Understand, what do I need? What can I live without? What will I miss? Do you understand that? What do I need? Do I need Jordans? Do I need North Face? North Face keeps you warm, but do you have to spend as a matter of fact, who's buying a North Face? Who actually earned money to go buy North Face? Okay. What do we need versus what do we want? Do we need a coat? Can I stay warm with a $30 coat? All right, it can happen. Understand your needs versus your want. I need a car. Do I need a Mercedes? Needs versus want, yes. Question.
People got excited. Some people got excited because the people that got excited probably haven't seen that much amount of money before, so they allowed that to take over them. And, why do people? I think people get expensive things just because they have it to impress others. Actually wanting it for themselves.
Sure. So let me say this. I just want you all to know I'm not really concerned about how you all responded. That wasn't for me. That's for you to think about. So I'm done with that. Mission accomplished. All right? The second thing is people get things, they purchase things, they do things for different reasons. So, for example, a person may go out and buy a Mercedes because they can afford it. They may have made a smart investment in the, let's just say stock. Somehow they got money and maybe that's how they want to spend it. And that's okay. My only problem is don't go out and buy a Mercedes and be living in your mama's apartment. There's a difference, okay? Don't go out and buy Jordans and you know you don't have a book for class. There's a difference between needs versus wants. Now, I'm all for, hey, if you can get something nice, you should treat yourself when you work hard. But just be smart about it. Next slide. Needs versus wants. What I need versus what I want. Now, I won't spend a lot of time here because I'm not sure if you all are there yet. But I work with college students or adults. These are some things to let you know times are getting tough. Anybody know of payday loans? They loan you money till you get paid again. That's how you can tell things are starting to get challenging financially. Have a credit card. You know what a credit card is, right? If I got one credit card, I max out this credit card, I'm taking this one to pay off that one. That's a sign that things are getting a little more challenging. Next slide. Now, here's what you all will do. As you go through high school and as you prepare to go on to college, buy used textbooks. I remember when anybody had brothers, sisters, friends, cousins, somebody in college, you know, right? Books cost anywhere from $300 to $500. You can always get a used one. Okay? Like now, anybody buy CDs still? Okay. Some people buy video games, some people buy CDs, but now everything is either online or you can download it. So sometimes it's a lot cheaper. So there are different ways to stretch your dollar. Next slide. So when you're managing your expenses, don't let friends pressure you into doing something you don't need to do. For example, I remember when I first got out of college, and a lot of my buddies, everybody, they were either going to Vegas, South Beach, or to Puerto Rico every summer. And I ain't gonna lie. I said I can keep it real, right? I wanted to go. I did. I wanted to go. At least one trip. But you know what? I didn't. You know why? Because I didn't have it like that. And I knew that my goal was to buy my first house. So while they went out and they spent their money and they were living at home with mom and dad, I was stacking my chips and slowly but surely I was able to put down money for a house. Somebody tell me why I was able to do that. We just talked about it because I understood what? It's that, but I just gave y'all the answer like 5 minutes ago. I was able to distinguish my bam, my needs versus I wanted to go, but I needed a house. Okay? So you got to recognize your needs versus your wants. That's why we're talking about it today. That's why you're talking about a lot of the skills, and we're trying to drill those things home so that when you get to that place in life, you can make those decisions. Always look for ways to save money. I had a 2012 Cadillac. Bought it in 2012. You know what I did in 2015? No, I didn't sell it. No, I didn't crash it. I gave it back. I gave it back. It was a lease. So I had a 2012. In 2012, I was leasing the vehicle. Now people say lease versus buy. That's different. It's basically borrowing. You get a car, you give it back. But I also bought a Lexus GX 470 in that process. You know why? Because I knew I was going to get that Cadillac back. Need a car still, right? You know what year that Lexus GX 70 is? 470, the truck? 2005. Now what am I doing? Who paying attention? Anybody see what's happening here? I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going down. And I'm gonna get out your way. Needs versus want, being smart, creating a plan. So I gave up the 12, got the 05, gonna pay the 05 off so I can get my 2016. You know the only reason why I can do that? You know the only reason why I can do that? Sacrifice. Yeah, Lord knows how bad I want that 2000. And if they invite me back next year, and hopefully the Lord will bless me and I'll have it, but I'll tell you what it was. But if you knew what I gave up to get what I want just by living under the context of understanding your needs versus your wants, you could appreciate it. You could appreciate it. I'm not telling you what I read. I'm telling you how I'm living. Now, the only way I'm going to get to that place is by doing this fourth bullet. Create a spend plan, budget, and stick to it. Everybody has one on your tables. If you have the time, how much time do I have left? I know you want. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Here's what I want you to do. So you got daily needs. Go back to that one more time. You got daily needs. You got debt payments. You save for emergencies and or goals. I need everybody to look at the spend plan you have on your sheet. What's the income? Money coming what?